Konnichiwa,ご視聴ありがとうございます。Oh, sorry. English. Hello, my name is George Kaiho. I'm a bartender at Jettison in Dallas, Texas. Today I'm going to talk about sake and cheese pairing. Have you heard about sake and cheese pairing? No, it's pretty rare, but it's easy to imagine this wine and cheese pairing. Why not sake and cheese pairing? So I'm going to introduce you the specific pairing that I found bizarre. So first I'm gonna start explain about pairing in general. So they're mainly this is regardless of wine, cocktail, sake, tea, any type of beverage and food pairing. It doesn't matter, it's just in general. There are largely two ways to pair food and beverage. One way is to complement each other. For example, a spicy food and like a sweeter wine or a lighter beer. Those are, you get something that's spicy, a lot of heat, a lot of stuff going on in your mouth, and then your wine, the sweetness or cuts down your heat, tone it down. Another one is like say a steak and a red wine. Like a very steak has a lot of oil, gets your mouth, inside of your mouth greasy. You drink a wine that's very tannic. The tannin kind of cuts the oil. Those are complementing way of pairing, and it works amazing. The second way is to enhance. So those are, you pick a beverage and then food that has a lot of things in common, and then you pair with them together, and then it enhances each other. There's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, which one's better. It just really depends on what you want to drink and eat together. But when you practice them, and trust me, I have so much fun practicing it. But when you find something that works extremely well, it's heaven. People say, oh, it's like food and pairing is not adding on, it's multiplying. It really is. It really takes you to a whole nother level of just enjoying one thing and one thing separately. By combining it gets a lot more better, basically. So okay, let's jump into this specific pairing that me and my friends found. I'm going to introduce the sake. This is called Sawahime Yamahai Junmai. For some of you know me, might know that I'm a half Japanese person, and because I'm a half Japanese person, I specialize in sake because I drink a lot of them. Briefly explain, I can talk forever about sake, but briefly explaining this particular sake. This is a sake from Tochigi. Tochigi is about 2 hours-ish north from Tokyo. The area where Tokyo is in, it's called Kanto area. I'm from Chiba, which is east of Tokyo. Tochigi is northern, and it's like somewhat mountainous region, right central, slightly north in Japan. Water is very clean, mountainous water, so it's most likely soft water, which leads to all kinds of details I'm not gonna explain tonight. But Sawahime Yamahai Junmai. Yamahai means it's done in a traditional method. I won't go into detail because it takes another 10 minutes to explain, but maybe not 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. But anyways, typically if you see a sake that says Yamahai, expect somewhat robust, somewhat earthy, somewhat mushroomy, somewhat savory. Expect that kind of style. Typically they are. Junmai means it's 100% rice drained. It's made from rice, yeast, and water. Expect there's so many junmai, so the style is very diverse, but typically expect like a natural sweetness derived from rice. So this Tawahimen, particular, it is a Yamahai, so expect some earthiness, but this particular one, it's very floral. Usually you get like an earthy soil mushroom kind of notes. I get a lot more floral and fruity notes, specifically like more like tropical fruits like pineapple, guava, mango, those kind of tropical fruits, and very robust. If you get a robust sake, typically I recommend to drink it about room temperature, or if it's a really robust, like slightly warmer is ideal. But I'll explain that in a different way, because today we're doing food and beverage pairing. So I'm using a wine glass because I want to enjoy the aroma. Yeah, it's like medium body, kind of coating texture. Not as earthy as I thought, but it's more of a heavier style. It's not like light, delicate style by any means. So sounds good. So the cheese I'm going to use is a blue cheese from Oregon. It's called the Crater, and this cheese I got it from a local company, Regales, Texas. Distributes high-end food. By the way, this I got this sake from Sake Hana. It distributes in Dallas, Texas. The cheese is the cheesemaker is well known. They are the first cheesemaker that won #1 in a cheese competition in France. I forgot which exact year, but they were the first one that get nationally recognized in this competition. This cheese on its own, it's really good. I know a lot of people don't like blue cheese. I love blue cheese. I like all kind of cheese, unless it smells like a sock that's been wet for like 2 months. Other than that, I usually love any type of cheese, even like robust, like sharp, stinky cheese. I love blue cheese. And the way I like to eat blue cheese is with a little bit of honey. This one specific, it has a very creamy texture, and it has this pretty distinct saltiness, like it's a little on the saltier side, but it's not like in your face sharp, but it's like it doesn't have that blue cheese flavor that most people don't like. There's there, but it's very mild, but it really comes to you slowly. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna have the sake. So good. Wow! You know, when you have this kind of high quality product, you don't really need anything. You don't need cracker, you don't need jam, you don't need fruits, you don't need anything. Just eat it. And it's always just go back and forth, A and B, A, B, A, B. It's so good. Rather than saying it's so good, let me explain. So this cheese is very cold, it's creamy texture. So it coats your tongue like kind of like a butter. It's like it has a coating texture to it, and good amount of saltiness, and then it has a fruity kind of flavor that goes up your nose, and then it's not sharp in a sense that it really stings you with the flavor. It just kind of slowly gets to you. So when you wash it, so you still have your cheese-ish. When I personally do pairings to confirm it, I usually start with the food first, and then while I have my food inside my mouth, it's kind of gross, but you put your beverage in it and then kind of mix it together and see what happens. That's the best way to know initially if it's gonna match or not. Of course, I don't do it when I'm actually eating cheese, and when I enjoy to eat it and drink it, I don't do it. But it's when I want to confirm the pairing, is what I do. And in this case, the slowly but surely kind of type of flavor, and then getting also something that's savory, earthy, but also has a distinct fruitiness. It really kind of enhances and it like doubles, triples, quadruples up the flavor. And I guess it's really difficult to kind of verbalize what's happening in here. But trying to guess, partially it's the saltiness of the cheese really wants you to drink more sake. So with this amount of this, probably like 2 ounce, maybe a little bit more. With this amount, 300 milliliters may not be enough for me. I'll probably want more. So it's really that good. Wow, this is it's amazing. And to enjoy sake can be enjoyed at multiple temperatures. So my suggestion is room temp or a little bit warmer, as I suggested earlier. But please try it. It doesn't not necessarily this particular sake, but if you buy sake, bring it home, start it with the refrigerator, and then right out from the refrigerator, and then warm it up, and then try what temperature you like the most. But that I can talk about forever, so I'm not gonna talk anymore. I think that's about it for today. So we tried Sawahime, Yamahai Junmai, and Crater blue cheese from Oregon, and the pairing is pretty much amazing. In Japanese, you call it Kibun wa Heaven. Bye bye, thank you.